So here's a new assignment posted, the metabolism log. You're going to have approximately 3 weeks to do that. I think I have a due date of January 26th. And let's go to the instructions section and go over how to do it. So I'll let you read these instructions on your own, but basically we're going to be learning about what our metabolisms are, right? The sum of all of the chemical reactions in your body, which means all the things that are going on chemically to keep you alive, right? Growing, developing, adding cells, all of these things is your metabolism. And so your food is the fuel for all of these functions and is measured in a unit called the calorie. So what I'd like you to do in this assignment is basically gain an understanding of what your metabolism is, the kinds of foods that you eat, how that affects your metabolism. So let's take a look at the metabolism log. Okay, this is the document that you're going to be handing in. One of them, you're going to hand in 2 documents. And so put your name, my name, the date, the period, okay? Answer the questions. These 2 should be done before you start the assignment. You're going to do a little research. It's kind of open-ended. I just want you to learn a few things about good eating and write about it. You know, there's enough space here for a good little paragraph of writing, okay? And then compare your diet to what you currently are eating to what healthy things are and that kind of thing. Okay, so if you look here on this chart's going to be fully filled in when you're done. So basically, I'm going to show you, I have a worksheet that we're going to go to next. It's going to show you how to calculate your basic metabolic rate. You're then going to pick your activity level based on that rate. So your basic metabolic rate is going to go here. Your activity level is going to go in this box, and I color-coded these things to kind of keep them together for you to make it more clear for you. And then the last thing is your total daily caloric needs goes here. And how many calories you need per day is going to be based on your basic metabolic rate, metabolism, right? And your activity level. If your basic metabolic rate, meaning just sitting there and using food energy to grow, develop, maintain homeostasis, all of those things, will be a certain level, a certain number of calories per day will be required to sustain that. And then when you add your activity level in, that's going to increase your metabolic function. So if you're a couch potato, you still do some daily movements, you still walk to the bathroom, you still get up from bed and get dressed. Those things do burn calories, right? But if you are someone who does sports every day and you're constantly running, you're spending a couple of hours of aerobic activity, your activity level will be higher. So based on that, that's going to add to your basic metabolic rate, and the 2 of these values together will give you a total daily caloric needs, okay? What you're going to do then is use a couple of worksheets to write down what you eat each day. And each thing you eat is going to have a caloric value. You're going to add up that total for the day. So you're going to put in the date that you do this on. This is day 1. And you're going to write those total calories from that worksheet here. You're then going to write back in this box the total categories needed, which is going to be this value up here. And you are then going to subtract them. You're going to subtract the calories eaten, which is this number, from the calories needed, which is this number, and you're going to get a value. Now, if you eat less calories than you need for the day, then you're going to have a positive value. And if you eat more calories than you need for the day, you're going to have a negative value. That's okay, but keep that in mind. You're going to have positive and negative values. You are finally going to do this for 5 days. Put the date, the next day, etc., day 3, 4, and 5. And you're going to be left with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 numbers, right? Some positive, some negative, and you're going to add them up to get your total of calories eaten from the calories needed. So that's going to be your total value of this column. And it's either going to be plus or minus, or maybe it's going to be 0. And that's going to tell you, wow, over those 5 days, did you eat more calories than you needed? Or did you eat less calories than you needed? Okay? You are going to do the same thing here. You're going to take your total calories for the 5 days, and you're going to add them up and put them in this box. Right? That's why this box is in blue. This box is in brown. Show you they go together. This box is in orange. This box is in purple. This box is in orange to show you those things kind of go together. And then when you get this number here, the total 5-day caloric intake, you are going to come up with an average. The way you come up with an average is to take your total and divide by the number of days. So whatever this number is, this column total goes here, and whatever this total is, you're going to divide by 5, and you're going to write that new number, that average intake of calories per day right here. And then once again, you'll be able to compare this number to this number, right? Are you taking in on an average of 5 days? Are you taking in more calories or less calories? Okay? The rest of these questions here are used for you to analyze the results you get here. I want you to think about things, right? There are some things to definitely learn from this assignment. Now, let's go back to the assignment page and let's go to the worksheet. So this is your metabolism worksheet that's going to help you figure out your metabolism and your daily needs, your caloric daily intake, which is going to be this number here. And what you're going to put your own name in here. You're going to put your age. You're going to put your gender. Males and females do have different metabolic rates that are attributable to their gender, so that's important. You're going to put your height, your weight, and it's going to give you this number is going to get calculated for you. You're then going to pick a style of life. If you're sedentary, you get little or no exercise, to number 5, which would be extra active, right? And based on that number, you're going to get your total caloric needs, okay? So just to give you an idea how this changes, I kind of want to show you a feet here, because some of you are going to calculate your height in feet, and I don't have a problem with that, but you need to understand that when you calculate your height in feet, you might be 5'6" or 5'7". Well, you can't put 5'7" inches. It only allows feet, so you have to convert your feet to a decimal. So I'm going to make it nice and easy. Let's say I was 5'5". Well, 5 inches out of 12 inches, or let me do 5'6". 6 inches out of 12 inches can get converted to a decimal, right? So you actually divide 12 into 6, right? The bottom number to the top number, that makes it a decimal for you, and you're going to get 0.5. So if I was 5'6", I would be 5.5 feet, okay? And you're going to see this value change based on this height as soon as I click off that. So I'm going to click off, and there it is. You see the change happened. It actually, let me see if it actually changed it to 6 or 5. Yeah. All right. Maybe it only does to the average, to the nearest foot. Let me try that. Okay, it's actually going to round up or round down anyway, so that's fine. Just leave it like that. Okay. So if you're 5'6" or less, you'd be 5 feet. If you're 5'5" or less, you're 5 feet. If you're 5'6" or higher, you're 6 feet, right? Up to 6 feet. So anyway, that's kind of how it works. I'll change the weight just to show you again how it might work. Let's say I was 96 pounds, and my BMR is a little higher. So again, I'm not quite sedentary. So let's say you're moderately active. That would be choice number 3. And you're going to see the value is going to change. So this is your BMR, basic metabolic rate, that goes in your sheet. This is your daily needs for how many calories you're going to need, and that's what you're going to base it on. Now, question? Just yawning? Okay. So over here, when you slide to this side, these are your daily calorie counters. There are 5 days, because you are supposed to use 5 days. These are examples: apple and what is this? Baking powder, and this is bran flakes, Kellogg's, and these are the values based on how many ounces you eat. And so you can take these out if you didn't eat those things, but I want to show you what happens when you add one. So let's say I'm about to eat something else. I click on this little arrow, and I have a whole choice of things that I can put in that are already here. So go through this list, find the food that best represents what you ate. If you don't find an exact match, try to figure it out. I can't really help you do that. That's up to you to be able to do. you might not find every food choice you eat, but let's say I had some alfalfa sprouts and I had 4 ounces of them and they were 5 calories. So it adds the calories right in there, is going to give you the total for the day. And this is the number that you're going to add when you're done for the day, that you're going to add into that chart on the metabolism log, right? So BMR, activity level goes here, and then your total caloric needs goes there, right? Day one, your total calories, so on and so forth, okay? And so once again, I'm looking to see all of these things on this Google Metabolism Worksheet filled out and complete with the values being done accurately. And then I'm looking to see you submit this final report, which is your metabolism log, with these questions answered, in a way that they're thoughtful and meaningful, okay? And obviously this chart completely filled in the way we have explained.